Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Vibe with Z podcast, where you experience a true, valiant, impactful, beautiful experience. Now, don't let my intro go over your head, for Vibe is an acronym for valiant, which is possessing bravery and being courageous. Impactful, not influential, and B is for beautiful. All of these are adjectives for this experience we're about to have. Ah, we're here. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you. We're finally here. Now, today is just an introduction of my podcast, me being here. And if you hear that I'm out of voice, it's because I'm out of breath. Y'all, I'm all over the place. If you hear that I'm out of breath, it's because, for one, this is my second time taking this video, because the first time I recorded my authentic video,
it was in slow motion
the whole time. So this is take two, and I'm trying to be as authentic as possible. But these are the kinks of learning. So I'm grateful and I'm happy. Anyways, Vibe with Z podcast. We are here. We've made it. It's been like 2 years in the making. Today, I just want to introduce my podcast, my content, what it's going to be about, who it's going to be about, etc., etc. Now, count how many times I say etc., etc., because that's my new word. Y'all, it's snowing outside and allergies are challenging me right now, so don't mind the stuffiness in my voice. Anyways, back to it. So how did the Vibe with Z podcast come about? So about 2 years ago, my sister had she had already had a G7S Mark Pro 2. And so about 2 years ago, I said, hey, can I use your camera? I'm about to start vlogging. Now, at the time, I was a D1 athlete, and I thought my life was pretty interesting because I was always on the go, always doing things. I was in college, etc. And I wanted to do challenges. I wanted to do social experiences. Like, I've always had a creative mind, and I always wanted to be a content creator. But I just always, like, literally vlogged and, like, never posted, never edited it. And I did not know why. I just knew, like, at the time, like, when the time is right, I will do it. Like, and so, like, I stayed patient, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna do it right now. I ain't really think much about it. I have so many vlog videos, some edited, some not, in my in that camera, still to this day. Anyways, and I wanted to name my YouTube video Vibe with Z. And so that has been a thing. Like, if you see on my YouTube, it's been Vibe with Z. But like, just recently, I had a very big life shift. Last year, I got admitted into the master's program for mental health counseling. And then I was like, okay, I don't need to be too personable because I'm going to have clients soon, and I need to be professional. And how can I be professional but also be my most authentic self? And the goal and the motive and the objective of my podcast is to be authentic and real and vulnerable, because those are the things, the values I stand on. Those are the characteristics I portray. That's what I possess. That's what I have. So this is what I want to do. And I feel like by me doing this, I will heal and touch so many more people than them sitting in the office with me. So this is my ultimate dream, is to tell my life journey so you all can be impacted by it and be like, hey, I'm not alone. This life is not easy. And we're not alone. We're all in this together. I also have. Cheers to this. When wine tastes like juice, that's my type of wine. It's a bit dangerous, but that's my type of wine. So anyways, also, so that's how it got started. The Vibe with Z name. That's how the Vibe with Z name was started. But then I was like, okay, so like, what now? And then I was like, oh my goodness, I love to talk. I found my voice. I used to be very quiet. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I love to talk. I feel like I'm very intellectual. And so I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's make it Vibe with Z podcast. And then I started to go into this creative sense. Just recently, just last month, I put it all together. And I was still very hesitant because I wanted to be great. Like, I researched so many ways to start a podcast, like the mics to use, etc. And at first I wanted the little typical mic, the podcast mic that kind of dangle. But I'm like, I want to be authentic. I want to be laid back. I want me and my guests to just sit here and sit with our feet crossed and have our wine like this and not be restricted to having to sit up like this. And so I'm like, okay, these are like the perfect mics to just like be comforty. I make up words a lot. ASMR. What is it? Anyways, y'all, I always do and say stuff that's probably not accurate. But anyways, so yeah, that's how Vibe with Z started. And then I implemented Vibe with Z podcast. And essentially, I just want to be authentic, like I said. And I just want to show y'all, because I'm typically very private. And I just want to be more open and let people know that, like, for one, I'm human too. Because a lot of people tend to forget that I'm human. And that I make mistakes, and that I have had made mistakes. And how did I get through those mistakes? How did I get through the heartbreak? How did I get through all of these things? And I also want special guests, because I'm not going to sit here and talk alone by myself every week. And those guests are going to be brilliant people. They're going to be beautiful people. They're going to be people that I've had that's been along my journey, and we're going to talk. And I just want to let the world know that it's okay to have those difficult conversations. It's okay to be authentic and real and confrontational. It's okay to disagree. And over social media, we forgot how to communicate in person to each other, and to let you know, like, hey, I love you. You're my best friend. But you really hurt my feelings, or I disagree with that. I do not see it that way. And maybe we got to agree to disagree. And that doesn't mean that we're not friends or we hate each other. That just means this is life, and this is how a working relationship is. Like, this is real life. And once we learn how to be confrontational and be authentic and vulnerable, that's when our strength is there. And so, like, I love that, because I found strength and vulnerability. I am a very emotional person, and I'm so in tune with my emotions, and I love that about myself. It's very hard. It's very hard, but for the most part, when life be lifing, I know how to get through that, because I can tap in with my emotions, and I am aware of my strengths and weaknesses, etc. So that is what we're doing. That is what my podcast is about. So be prepared to laugh, be prepared to cry, to see crying, be prepared for vulnerability, be prepared for some confrontation, be prepared for a little slight disagreement and argument or debate, whatever you want to call it. Be prepared for the hard questions. And I am so excited for who I'm going to have on my podcast, because these people, like I said, were always a part of my journey. And I want to talk about some things that we probably never talked about. We probably swept under the rug. We probably, never addressed, or things might have looked perfect when they wasn't. So this is me being authentic and true and real. And this is why you want to vibe with me. Valiant. Like I said, valiant, possessing bravery. You got to be brave to be vulnerable. Being courageous. You got to be courageous to be vulnerable and be open to the public, knowing that they can judge you. They can, so many things. But I just kind of don't care what people think about me. Impactful, not influential. The reason why I said that, because typically in my eyes, impactful is just your authentic self, and nothing against influential, because I'm essentially going to influence people. But influencers such as my brother, I see it firsthand. Shout out to Mia and Waylon, whoop whoop, my brother and sister. They're influencers, and sometimes influencers are clickbaitable. Sometimes influencers are skits. Like, you're gonna see the real me, so be prepared. And also be beautiful. Every time I come together and we share an experience, is beautiful. So thank you all for coming to my first video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. This is my second time making this freaking intro video. So hopefully it's everything that everybody wanted, or that I wanted. My favorite color is black. I love earth tones. I love browns, blacks, tans, etc., etc. Thank you all. Welcome to the Vibe with Z podcast, where you experience a true, valiant, impactful beautiful experience. I'm Zakiya, the one you're vibing with, the one you just vibe with. It's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be a lot of excitement. It's going to be a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, a lot of healing, a lot of everything. And I'm super excited. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell your friend to tell a friend to turn on the post notifications because it's about to get lit. And I'll let you know on updates of when I will be posting, it's probably going to be once a week or once every other week. I'll let you know depending on my schedule because I said I am in grad school. But anyways, thank you all so much. I love you already. Glow fam. I already got a name for y'all. Glow fam. Because when we vibe, we glow. Glow fam. Thank you. Let's build together.